walk away from a quaint little town, by a small bend in the River Thames, under the shade of a large old oak tree, sat a girl called Alice. And Alice was beginning to get tired of sitting by this riverbank. The book she was reading had been entertaining at first, but as time dragged on, so her attention waxed and waned. And finally, with a sigh, she closed her book. But then a most peculiar sight appeared. What should appear but a white rabbit with pink eyes? Not by its own nature peculiar, but by what happened next. For you see, the white rabbit had put its hand in its pocket, something that Alice had never been aware that rabbits had, and withdrew a small gold pocket watch. Oh dear, I shall be late," cried the rabbit. Alice thought this a bemusing sight.
Late? Late for what?
She had asked, but the rabbit took one look at her and, surprised, soon scurried off.
Oh dear, oh my, good heavens, how the time does fly,
the rabbit said as he ran into a small door hidden in a nearby bush. Alice approached and, with a polite knock, called for the rabbit.
Mr. Rabbit, are you quite all right?
And with a yet firmer knock, the door opened and she fell down into the rabbit hole. Alice found herself in a quaint little room with a small table and chairs, most unlike what you would expect of a rabbit's den. Stranger still was a small glass bottle with the words "Drink Me," and a small rabbit-sized door with a tiny lock. As Alice looked up at the warren and the distance she had fallen, she soon had to consider how she was going to get home from here. As she drank deeply from the bottle, the world around her seemed to grow. Perhaps the key to the tiny door was this. Rare is the door in the rabbit's house. Rarer still the door that leads to the top shelf of a bookcase in a seemingly disparate room. Gosh, thought Alice, what kind of place is this? As soon as Alice had consumed the green jello, it was as if she could fly forever. At the very least, she could leap over tall buildings. Alice felt that reading these books would perhaps be an entertaining use of her time. That is, if she escaped this place. as Alice had consumed the green jello, it was as if she could fly forever. At the very least, she could leap over tall buildings. Having left the bookshelf behind, Alice looked at the huge room sprawling around her, and wondered, not for the first time, how she was going to find her way out of this situation. Maybe there was some sort of cure for the drink me potion. What an unusual sensation, Alice thought, that she could grow so tall after eating a simple cake. Back to normal height now, thought Alice. But where would her adventure take her next? She didn't know, but as she looked around the room that she found herself in, she saw the fluffy white tail of the rabbit disappearing through a door atop a kitchen cupboard. I've got you now, she thought. Bye.